Hello everybody, my name is Richard, and today we are going to be learning how to disassemble the BlackBerry Tour 9630 in order to get access to the trackball and clean it or replace it, whichever your case might be. This phone is actually broken, but we're going to use it as a model to show you how getting access to the trackball on a BlackBerry 9630 is done. I must advise you that this process will void the warranty of a BlackBerry Tour 9630 if your phone is still on the warranty. But if you bought a used phone that you have no warranty for and you're having problems with the trackball and you want to replace it, this is the process that you will actually use, or hopefully use, to get access to the trackball and either clean it or replace it, whichever your case might be. However, let's start with the process. Let's first review the tools that you might need. You're going to need a set of small Torx screwdriver set, one flathead watch screwdriver, the phone itself, and if you have problems with your sight, you might need a magnifying glass to help you locate the screws and the clips that you're gonna need to remove in order to get access to the trackball. So let's why don't we start with disassembling the screws that you need to get access to the trackball. Like I said, you're gonna need a set of a small screwdriver, a Torx set of small screwdrivers. You can get this at Radio Shack, Home Depot, any hardware store that sells screwdrivers. Most likely than not sell this type of screwdrivers. However, the actual size that you need from this set of screwdrivers is a T6. That stands for Torx 6. That's the actual size to unscrew the screws from the back of this phone. As with any other phone, you remove the battery from the phone. I already have it out of here to save some time shooting the video. So we remove the back of the phone, and that reveals 4 screws that we have here: 1, 2, 3, and 4. On the 4th screw, there's going to be a white tag. And like I said before, if you have a phone, a BlackBerry 9630 Tour, and still on the warranty, if you do this, it will void the warranty, because this white tag right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but if this tag is actually damaged or removed, it will void the warranty. That's just what Verizon does, by the way. Now we're going to start by removing the 4 screws that we have in the back in order to get access to the trackball. This if you have the right set of tools, it will take no time for you. And it's very important that you use a Torx set, as these screws can be stripped very easily if you use any other type of screw that is not the right one. And then you will have no way to actually putting it back or taking it out if you strip the screws. So it's very important to use the right tools here, guys. Okay. And another thing is organization. Whenever you're taking these things, are very important. So if you have a little tray or a little spot where you want to where you can put your screws, it will be very helpful in order to keep everything organized. It'll help when you try to put it back together. This is the last screw of the 4 in the back. Pay close attention to this right here, because it's very important. As you can see, the phone now can crack open very easily. Be very careful on how rough you are with this, because these parts here can break very easily. They're very fragile. So now what we need to do, this is get our screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, very small, as you can see, and remove 4 clips that the phone has holding the top face of the phone. This face right here is held by 4 clips that are located right below the USB port. There's one right below the volume, right between the volume and the camera button. There is another one there. Here, there's another clip there. I don't know if you can see it. This is the first one right here. right there, that right there, and then the second one right here. And there is 4 of this clip. On the other side of the phone, we have it right here, about, I would say, 1/4 of the way from the bottom of the phone. It's right there. I don't know, there, right there. And then you have the other right above this key. I guess it's the command key. I guess that's what they call it. Not really sure, but it's right there. I hope you can see it clearly. Again, I'm gonna repeat it. It's one is right here, and this pose right here, and then right between the camera and the volume button, there's another one, and here are the other remaining 2. You have to be very careful when you prying these things open because they can break very easily. So here's how you do it. You will take the flathead and pry it underneath there and just lift it very gentle so you don't break it. That's one there, and then the other one. And pay close attention as what's happening to the keyboard, because it might just slide through and you might lose the trackball. But so pay close attention that this doesn't slide out. the keyboard itself. Taking the other 2 now. And the remaining one right above the command key, I guess. That's what we call it. Okay, now all the 4 clips are removed. What's going to happen now is that we need to remove the keyboard in order to get access to the trackball, which is underneath the menu key and the backwards key. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to lift the face very gently, as these are very fragile and they can break. Once the face lifts up, as we can see, we're going to remove the keyboard. It comes out, and sometimes the trackball itself will stick to the keyboard, so pay close attention that you don't drop the trackball and lose it in the process. On this case, it's stuck to the keyboard, so it's going to come out with the keyboard. And that's, as you can see, the trackball is not there, it's stuck to the keyboard back here. I don't know if you can see it right here. And we're going to remove it and we have successfully disassembled the phone in order to get access to the trackball. I'm not going to go into disassembling the track itself, as there are many videos out there telling you how to do that, and it's a very lengthy process and it's a tedious one. So you might have to have a lot of patience to take this little piece apart and then put it all back together after it's clean. The other option, if you are have a short fuse like I do, is just to order one from the internet, a brand new one, and replace it. And that's how you remove BlackBerry trackball from a 9630 Tour. Now, in order to put it back together, it's pretty simple. The trackball has 2 locating clips back here, and you're just gonna locate those 2 clips on the place where this goes. There's 2 holes there where these 2 locator clips go into. As you can see, it's holding in place after it's put in there. Now, putting the keyboard back there is just child's play. This it has several clips here, 4 clips actually, and 2 ear clips in the back, in the bottom of that. And what you're gonna do is just align these 4 clips here with this bar here. I don't know if you can see it. This a bar there that has 4 holes where this clip go into, and once you do that, the rest of the process is just nothing to it. And also, when you're doing that, keep close attention to what's happening with the trackball itself, as you want it to keep straight in there. So when you actually close the phone, it's all in place the same way it was before. Okay, now you have to close from the top so that